Good afternoon, everybody. Steve Georgia here live from Allendale's trading floor. It is September 21st, 2010. We did have the markets a little bit lower today as far as the grains. Corn down 3, beans down 4.5, wheat market down 13 3/4. That found the most pressure here today. Basically, when the funds are not in here buying, this market does find a little bit of pressure. We didn't really do anything technically. Corn, beans, and wheat for that matter, still in an uptrend. Still looking pretty good. Pullbacks right now as far as corn. If we get a little pullback down to that $5 area, seems like guys are going to use that as far as support with resistance up near 520 in the December contract. Still looking at some resistance on the beans up near $11. With that 1060, that was the breakout we had seen on Friday. We're going to continue looking at that as far as some support as well. But didn't get much help today from the energies. We did have crude oil down about 87 cents today. It was down more than $1 today on its lows, but 75.30 is where we're currently at. And the dollar, we had the Fed fund rate came out here unchanged. They had a decision that came out at 1:15 Central Time. They left it unchanged. Once that had come out, the dollar had broke pretty hard. Right now, currently down about 45 cents in the dollar, puts that at 80.63. We took out August lows of 80.74, and we are currently almost 20 cents off the lows, but it's been moving very quickly. That's exactly what the trade was expecting to see, was unchanged, and that's exactly what they had gotten. We'll see if that's going to carry into tomorrow. That is technically a negative close if we close down below that 80.74. But we do expect, if we end up seeing some kind of recovery today, we may find a little bounce here tomorrow just due to overdone conditions. But right now, technically, it does look weak. With the dollar being down, that had given funds kind of the run of the mill here, if you will, and guys were just in here buying just because the dollar was down. We'll see if that's going to carry into tomorrow. The dollar's down again tomorrow. I do suspect that we're going to see some kind of buying here from these funds. Once that decision came out, we had the metals that were down most of the session. We didn't make a new high in gold until the decision came out. We ended up $6 higher. At least that's currently where we're at. 1285 is currently where prices are at. We did make a new high today. Once again, that uptrend is still intact, and it does seem like we are going to continue to find some strength, especially if the dollar is going to remain weak. Silver, same thing there, strong close. We were up about 15 cents today in silver. That was most of the session it was down. Charts looked a little bit weak. We're probably going to see a little bit of pressure. And then at the end of the day, with the decision from the Fed, we had seen a reversal there in the metals. As far as the soft markets, sugar fell about 50 points today, finding a little bit of a setback. You still are in an uptrend right now for sugar. We're still looking for that with a target on the March contract up near 25 cents. Still looking pretty good. The funds are still in there buying dips at this point, and we think that's going to continue. As far as cotton, new highs again in cotton, up 142 points as of right now. Still very strong. Pullbacks have been buying opportunities for these guys. The funds are continuing to push this, and we feel we're going to see some higher prices moving forward into the weekend. Cocoa may have bottomed. We got a head and shoulder bottom potentially on this that could trigger a pretty significant move here to the upside. We had a big outside day up on the charts in the cocoa. We do expect to see higher prices yet for cocoa, and look for that here in the near future. Coffee, kind of a quiet day today after some pretty big ranges over the last few days. Dips are probably still buying opportunities in the coffee. Just like everything else right now, guys, funds are still buyers. They're still in the market on the long side. They're just kind of taking a break at this point. We do feel the trends are still up, and you got to continue buying dips. As far as livestock, we did have cattle break right at the close today. Cattle was about unchanged, maybe a little bit higher for most of the session. Then right at the close, we had seen a pretty good pullback. Fat cattle down 65 on the charts. You look at the highs that we had a few days ago. Yesterday was a negative close. Today was a negative close. And we did settle down below that 20-day moving average for fat cattle. So might find a little bit of a pullback and try to test the uptrend yet. But nonetheless, as I mentioned, we are still in an uptrend. And we do feel that could hold over the next few sessions. Feeders, very quiet today. up about 7 cents. I figure they're up a little bit here today just because the grains being down slightly, but very quiet day overall. And then we had the hogs up 77. Following the strength that we had seen yesterday, we're going to see resistance here for that nearby contract up near 80. Those are the highs that we had seen. So we may go up and try to test that again. We're pretty close to it at this point. Just as I mentioned with the cattle, you got the hogs with the trend that's still higher as well. So we still feel we can see a little bit of some strength going into the next few days. Give us a call over here at 800-262-7538 with any questions that you may have. Check us out on the web at allendale-inc.com. Hope you guys had a great trading day today, and have a great rest of the week. Take care.